90-Day Fiancé's Niles Valentine breaks silence to reveal super exciting relationship update about Matilda and Ti amid money problems. Niles Valentine from 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, has shared some stunning news about his relationship with Matilda and Ti after weeks of silence since asking fans for money. Niles is from Mobile, Alabama, and met Matilda from Ghana on social media when she sent him a friend request out of the blue. Niles proposed to Matilda online and flew to meet her on Before the 90 Days Season 7. Matilda wished to marry Niles on his trip, but he was in a bad place financially after having lost his job and receiving no support from his parents. Despite the challenges, Niles and Matilda got married on the show with the help of the village elder, Mr. Ark, but Niles still needed money to bring Matilda to America. Niles recently went live on Instagram to share the latest on Matilda's visa journey, via 90-Day Fiancé_Alexa. When someone asked Niles how Matilda was doing, he said that she was wonderful and that the visa process had started. "It's super exciting," Niles added. Niles assured his fans that he would share more updates when he had something concrete to share. Niles looked very happy while chatting with his fans from all over the world who had tuned in to get information about what happened to Niles and Matilda after the show ended. What Niles' exciting news means for his relationship with Matilda. What happened to Niles and Matilda on the show? Niles launched his fundraiser with a goal of raising $8,000. He hadn't seen Matilda for 10 months when they filmed the tell-all, due to his lack of funds. The only way left for him to reunite with Matilda was to bring her to America. The money Niles asked fans for was intended to cover the visa, medical expenses, travel costs, legal fees, and Matilda's plane ticket to the U.S. Viewers of the show who wanted to see Niles and Matilda together donated generously to the fundraiser, and he ended up earning more than double his original goal. Niles faced backlash during his season when his false promises to Matilda were revealed. He didn't want to marry Matilda during the trip and made it seem like she was manipulating him into it. Niles came across as a coward when it came time to express his true feelings to Matilda. He always found a way to blame someone else for his mistakes. Niles appeared to be rethinking his options, while Matilda remained understanding of his autism without hurting him. It was Matilda's maturity that won over fans. She proved she wasn't in it solely for the visa. Our take on Niles confirming Matilda is coming to America. Would Niles have given up on Matilda if he didn't have the money? Matilda had big dreams for her wedding, which Niles wasn't able to fulfill. She wasn't sure if he would even return to Ghana if they were only engaged during their trip on 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 days and not actually married. Perhaps Niles would have divorced Matilda if he couldn't afford her visa process. However, Niles has now shown that he is dedicated to building a beautiful life with Matilda in the US. All he has to do now is live up to his promises. 90-Day Fiancé's Angela Deem drops bombshell about scripted scene, sex life with Michael and divorce. 90-Day Fiancé star Angela Deem dropped a bombshell about the TLC show as part of her divorce war with her estranged husband, Michael Ilesanmi, In Touch can exclusively report. On March 20, Angela, 59, filed responses, obtained by In Touch, to a list of statements that Michael, 36, wanted her to admit or deny. The list of questions that Michael asked Angela was not filed publicly, but Angela's answers revealed details of their relationship and the reality show. In one answer, Angela said she denies that Angela and Michael engaged in sexual activity within the United States. The two wed in 2020 and Michael moved to America in late 2023. He fled the home weeks later. In court documents, Michael claimed the couple had physically consummated the marriage. Another answer from Angela read, Angela denies the matter set forth in this request. TLC Production created this product using snippets of other productions. An additional answer read, Angela denies the matter set forth in this request as this was a TLC scripted scene and, Michael, is acutely aware this was a TLC scripted scene. Michael also asked Angela to admit she made an unknown statement, but she said, I do not recall saying this. Angela provided another answer to a question from Michael by writing, Angela denies the matter set forth in this request, and by way of further answer, Michael would produce multiple reasons why he preferred to sleep on the couch in regard to her career, with Michael demanding support in the case. Angela said she had not made any revenue from any appearances in the past 2 or 3 years. She also said she has zero control with regard to the actions of a multinational television network. Angela also admitted she contacted Michael on the phone once for the sole purpose of his step-granddaughter asking to speak to her step-grandfather, as her tender age would not lend understanding to her of his abandonment of our family. The divorce has yet to be finalized. As In Touch previously reported, Angela filed for an annulment on June 20, 2024, in Georgia court. Angela and Michael wed on January 27, 2020, in Nigeria. The parties have continuously lived in a state of separation for 30 days preceding this filing, Angela's petition read. In her filing, Angela argued an annulment was proper due to Michael fraudulently inducing her into a marriage for the purpose of gaining legal permanent resident status in the United States after Michael abandoned Angela. Angela discovered that Michael was engaged in a conspiracy with other Nigerian men to induce U.S. citizens into marriage for the purpose of gaining legal permanent resident status, the filing read. Angela told the court that there was no joint property or joint debts to be divided. She requested her last name be changed from Ilasami back to Deem. At the time of his disappearance, Angela claimed she could not find Michael. She said he moved to